And we're back. From the bottom of page 41 and on to page 42. Judea is directly to the south of Samaria and extends from the Mediterranean Sea on the west to the Jordan River and Dead Sea on the east, down to the desert on the south, including the old area of Edom, or Idumea, as it was called in New Testament times. In case I mispronounced that, Edom is Edom, Idumea is Idumea. Its major city was, of course, Jerusalem. But it also included many other ancient holy sites. The physical features of Judea show the basic divisions of the land most clearly. The coastal plains and foothills were noted for their crops and pasturage. The west winds blowing off the sea provided enough moisture for everything to grow well. And throughout history, these regions have been wonderfully productive. Up in the hills, olives and figs can grow, but the rough and stony land makes it difficult to farm. Flocks of sheep and goats abound. On the eastern side of the mountains lies the wilderness, a wild and barren area, utterly desolate, where little was to be found other than scorpions, jackals, and bandits. It was here that Jesus went to be tempted by the devil. The eastern boundary of both Samaria and Judea is the Jordan River. In many ways, it forms a region unto itself. It takes its rise in the mountains to the north, passes through the Sea of Galilee, and wanders through dense thickets for about 65 miles. It ends in the Dead Sea, so called because it is so salty from the evaporation of water that nothing can live there. Jericho and its fertile plain are nearby, in stark contrast to the barrenness that surrounds it. The Dead Sea is the lowest natural place on Earth, over 1,290 feet below sea level, and is surrounded by wilderness. A monastic group called the Essenes built a community here to get away from civilization and hid their precious library in its caves when the Romans attacked in AD 66. These documents were found in the mid-20th century and called the Dead Sea Scrolls. The area to the northeast of the Sea of Galilee was ruled by Herod Philip, parentheses 4 BC through AD 34. It consisted of some smaller districts that included Batanea, Trachonitis, Auronitis, Gaulonitis, and the territory surrounding Paneas, a city Philip rebuilt and named Caesarea Philippi. The whole area was excellent for farming and herding. Jesus traveled infrequently in the area, but did cross it on more than one occasion. Best remembered in his extraordinary self-revelation of divine sonship and his messianic mission of suffering and death at Caesarea Philippi, parentheses, Matthew 16, 13 through 28. Bethsaida was also in Philip's territory, and it was here that Jesus performed some of his mighty works, parentheses, Matthew 11, 21 to 22. The Decapolis was an extended area, mostly on the eastern side of the Jordan River, which contained 10 Greek cities and their surrounding areas. They were probably organized at the time Pompey invaded Palestine. That would be 66 to 64 BC. The area was rich in farming and herding, being renowned in antiquity for its dairy products. Jesus... Sorry, my kids are coming. Hold on. Maybe not. Okay. Jesus made no extended trips through the area, but did cross it on occasion. Mark 7:31. From the Decapolis, people from the Decapolis came to hear Jesus preach in Galilee. Matthew 4:25. Jesus' memorable healing of an outcast demoniac took place in the Decapolis, on the eastern side of the Sea of Galilee. The pigs that rushed into the sea are evidence of the region's Gentile population. Mark 5:1-20. And that's it. See you guys tomorrow as we read page 43. Finishing up the section called The Land of Palestine tomorrow. Goodbye.